So our next member who's going to speak is Carole Pertofsky. I love that woman. Carole is Director of Wellness and Health Promotion Services at Vaden Health Center, Stanford University. She teaches courses at Stanford, including the Pursuit of Happiness in Health and Health Promotion and Campus Culture. With the intention of educating students about the science-based practices of how to live a meaningful, happy, and healthy life, Carole co-founded Spiritual Tools for Healing, a nonprofit organization in Berkeley offering groups and seminars for individuals with life-threatening and chronic illnesses. She has a private coaching, counseling practice that integrates positive psychology and basic neuroscience and focuses on helping people thrive, find purpose, and achieve success in their lives. Carole's a good friend of mine. She's one of the most caring and empathetic people that I've ever met. Carole's asked me to guest lecture a few times to her Stanford undergrads, which was just absolutely wonderful. And in the spring, Carole and I are going to be teaching a course called Fearless Aging to the faculty here at Stanford. So ladies and gentlemen, please bring up my good friend, Carole Pertofsky.
Let's hear it for this guy. Does he light up our lives or what? And Lorenzo, thank you. The themes are amazing that I'm hearing tonight. Similar, we come from such different worlds, and we're all coming to these themes of choice and hope and being fearless warriors. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. We're in a very new era. And Mike mentioned that I have the privilege on this astonishing campus of teaching courses. One of them I co-teach with my colleague who was there, and I don't see him now, Donovan. And we teach a course called Exploring Happiness. And I'd like to tell you a story about Anna. Anna came over, and she seemed quite upset before a course. And she said, "I'm really sorry. I think I'm going to need to drop this course." Okay. And I asked her, "Can you tell me more?" And she said, "I want to be happy. I really just don't know how." I want to be happy. I really just don't know how. How many of us have faced a time in our lives where we echoed that same sentiment that Anna trusted me to hear? But here's the other part of this story. Anna is among a very large and growing group of students and Stanford community members who have been directly impacted by the violence and chaos that we find around us in this country. Anna knew people who had lost their lives at the recent murder in the synagogue at the Tree of Life. Others have known people in their community who knew recently two African-American citizens living their lives just sort of gunned down in a store for no reason other than hatred. This is not the forum to go into the instant after instant of what we find when we open the news every day. And how do we find happiness and fortitude and strength in this era? And that's what I would like to talk about because it's been puzzling me. So how do we, the wisdom bearers, respond to Anna? What would you say to Anna? I had no words in the moment, but last night I had the privilege of hearing Roshi Joan Halifax right here at Memorial Church. Roshi Joan Halifax is an American Buddhist who is in her late 70s, and she has dedicated her life to helping the most vulnerable, the poorest people on this globe, the dying, the injured, all over the world. And you have never met a brighter spirit. She just glows, a beacon of light. Suzuki Roshi Halifax named her talk Wise Hope. and it opened up a world to me. She reminded me that even as these waves of chaos flood us, and when this illusion of having control is sort of ripped away, that we can either choose. We could succumb to the fear and the chaos around us, or we could breathe out toward the best of ourselves, the very best of ourselves, the part of us that could find hope even in the dark. What a gorgeous challenge. Another piece I took away from her talk is the difference between wise hope, pessimism, and optimism. So, some of you, all of us, have a part of us that's optimistic. Optimism is, oh, it's not so bad. It'll all go away. Everything will return soon back to the way it was, as if things don't change, right? That's the optimist in us. Cheery face, the pessimism, ugh, awful. Things are worse, and they're only going to get even worse. So what are we to do? Both of these states of mind lead to a peculiar and similar place. They lead us into a state of complacency, apathy. We become unengaged. I'm so pessimistic, I am fatigued, I have no energy, where is my best self, whatever. It's just all chaos. The optimist is, what's to worry about? Things are going to get better, and I'll go about just living my life. Roshi Halifax was a clarion call to wake up and to restore ourselves into gratitude, to restore ourselves and remind ourselves of our wise hope that springs from gratitude. We sometimes hold back, but the thing that I was reminded of is that each of us is a beacon of light. We all have a responsibility to enjoy our own lives, be grateful, as Lorenzo was talking about, be our best selves, inspire those around us, and also to give it back, to help the others, the many others in our world who are vulnerable, who need our support, who need our heart. And this is where wise optimism leads us. We don't know what the future is going to hold. And as much as this kind of control empowers us, there's a truth, which is that it's also an illusion. And the best we can do is tap into that wise hope. I don't really know what's going to happen. Am I really going to make a difference? Little me in my little world? It reminds me of that wonderful parable that some of you may know about the starfish in the sea. Do you know this parable? So these two people are walking along a beach in the Caribbean, enjoying the sunshine and the beach, and there are starfish that got flooded up onto the shore. And as you know, starfish are sea creatures, and there are hundreds and thousands of them all on the shore, and they're all dying because they need the water. So one person bends down, picks up a few starfish, walks over to the sea, and throws them into the water. And the person, their companion, says, like, what difference is that going to make? There are thousands of them out there. And the first person looks and says, it mattered to those starfish. This is life. It matters. The small things we do as we take in the goodness of our lives and we give it back, this is what life is really all about. And more than ever, this is a time to bring out the best of ourselves, to tap into our inner strength and unleash wise hope. So the big question is how? How? And I'd like to propose 3 simple words of advice. First, gumption. I love the word gumption. Lorenzo, you embody gumption. It's courage. It's this sort of muscular quality, whether we're a woman or a man, we identify as male or female. We all have this muscular, heroic part of ourselves that is there to tap into. I can and I will be my best self to make this world a better place. Sometimes it's scary, and sometimes we're going to take a chance and we're going to fail. We are going to fall flat on our face, and we just brush ourselves up and get up and say, I have courage. I'm going to stand up for what is most important to me. Courage. The second is tender, and that's compassion. The softness and the openness of the heart to recognize our own suffering and the suffering of others. And in that suffering, to see the beauty of wanting to help, of wanting to reach out, of wanting to offer comfort and soothing. Can we always fix the problem? Hell no, we rarely can fix a problem. But we can offer being with those in whatever way we can. And the third that I'd like to share with you tonight is gratitude. This amazing process of gratitude. To be thankful for the amazing abundance that we have in our life, and to turn that into wise hope, hope for the future. So I am going to invite you to settle in to yourself and invite you to do a little experience with me, really to touch into your own gratitude. So if you would, just get comfortable in your chair. And it's good to put your feet on the ground and feel yourself connected to the ground. We tend to be racing like Energizer bunnies all day, and we're like, whoosh, we're floating across the ground. Feel that earth beneath your feet. And gently either close your eyes, or if you're not comfortable doing that, create a soft gaze so you're kind of blocking out a lot of stimulation. And take a few deep breaths. You've been listening to a lot of words. Coming home to yourself, the beauty that you are, the privileges that we have and enjoy. I love that. The things we take for granted that other people are praying for. I will remember that forever, Shannon. No guilt, appreciation. Thankfulness, because the thankfulness is what nourishes us to give back. When we feel empty and fatigued, there is nothing there to give. When we open ourselves to the goodness of who we are, what our life brings us, our cup is full. It's overfull. And what I'd like you to do now is, with your eyes closed, please imagine someone in your life that you just adore. You wholeheartedly adore this person and what they bring to your life. Your life wouldn't be the same without this beloved person. Maybe it's a baby or a friend, a family member, colleague, spiritual leader, divine being. And look at this vision, this presence. Notice, what do their eyes look like as they look at you? And what do you experience looking back at their beautiful presence? Notice the color of their eyes, the color of their skin, the quality of their presence, the way their hair falls. And imagine what your life would be without them. And as you sink into the deliciousness of knowing deep gratitude, I'd like you to tap into your wise hope. And to the gratitude, add, what do you hope for this person? What do you hope that they receive? Their hopes, their dreams, their happiness, their health, their safety, their ability to live in peace. And feel it. And just feel it. And when you're ready, please come back to the room and know that you are, we are beacons of light in this world. And together, gathered here together, we make our lights shine even brighter. So thank you, Mike, for this opportunity for us all to be aglow and to light up this world with greater happiness and health and safety and peace and love. Thank you.